Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel with my husband.
Hi, everybody.
For the topic today about Philippine earthquake.
Yep, the earthquake.
Yes.
That's kind of a topic these days, and we don't want to wear it out because so many people have been doing earthquake videos.
Yeah.
But we thought it would be beneficial if we kind of gave our 2 cents worth as to what we're thinking. And as a little history, back in the States, I went through two major earthquakes. One was the Silmar quake, and the other one, I forgot the name of it. And then after I left Los Angeles and went to Nevada, the Northridge quake hit. And that was a ring dinger. And that one really scared me because it collapsed the Northridge Fashion Show Mall's parking structure. And I thought back, just a few years ago, I used to park in there. I used to work as a kid at the Northridge Fashion Show Mall. I worked at a shoe store, stock boy. And in earthquake time, a few years is like a few seconds. So that could have been me getting squished. So now we've had these earthquakes. The first one hit Cebu, but
Yeah.
north of Cebu. Bogo, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Bugu.
Bugo. Okay, she says it better than I do, but I'm
Yeah,
going to call it
Bugu.
Bogo. And those poor people got devastated. Collapsing McDonald's and
Yeah.
churches and old buildings. And you have to figure that's going to happen in a country where there's all of this quasi brick and mortar stuff going up and the construction standards, which are slim to none. And old buildings are going to collapse. And of course, it's horrible. And then they got a double whammy because there was also a typhoon had just gone through.
Yeah, the first
so now
typhoon.
It's friggin' flooded.
Yeah.
And then they get hit by a typhoon.
Yeah.
So, of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to those folks. Thankfully, there's some relief efforts going in. We have a little connection with the embassy.
Yeah.
And Mary Kay Colson, the ambassador, is sending food and water, and the United States is trying to assist. And then Davao got hit by a worse one.
Yeah.
Boom. They're in worse shape, from what I understand, as far as the buildings falling,
Yeah.
and people being injured and buried. And these are natural disasters. And the Philippines is located in what's called the Ring of Fire. And so all these islands were created by volcanic activity.
Yeah.
And so these plates are always moving. And then there was Baguio, got a little shaker, but it didn't destroy anything. And then her hometown, Chaton, got about a 3.5, I think, something to that effect, day before yesterday. And again, nothing happened. And there's not a month or two that goes by that we don't get a little shaker here in Dumaguete, Valencia, Bacong, Gowan, surrounding area. It's constant. It's never going to end. But it's the big one that you worry about.
Yeah, I said have the big one for the next.
So I would pose a question to you guys watching this, and I'll pose you the question too. Are you worried about us getting a big earthquake?
Yeah.
You are.
Yes.
And do you have a strategy or a plan, or do you want to move, or are you afraid, or?
No, I'm stay here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Because you can't, I was just telling May, she was telling me, oh, there's a big one coming, there's a big one coming. But that's all conjecture because you cannot predict earthquakes, to the best of my knowledge. I grew up in earthquake country in California, San Andreas Fault. And you can predict a typhoon. You can see that thing coming. You can predict weather, snow, the drill. But earthquakes, they just kind of come out of nowhere without a lot of warning. Volcanoes, you can predict because you hear or see the seismic activity. So the volcanologists, they can tell you that this baby's going to blow, get the hell out of Dodge. Earthquakes, different story. And so for us and for me, for some reason, I know this sounds like a sales job on Dumaguete, but really it's for Negros Oriental and our whole island. We are fairly impervious to the natural disasters that happen further north of us, especially typhoons.
Yes.
We always get the tail end of it. The only time we got a direct impact was back, I don't even remember the year now, but it was Odette.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember it was in December.
Yeah.
And the worst thing, no one died in Dumaguete, at least. Buildings got blown away, and especially the little shanty town types with the tin roofs and all that kind of stuff. They got hammered, but those are pretty easily repaired because they just go pick up the tin and put it back on. And unfortunately, it's destructive on that level. But out here, I'll never forget during Odette how everybody got out the next day with a chainsaw and was clearing this road.
Yeah.
We were able to get in and get out. And I went to Dumaguete, and it didn't look like anything had even happened in the city. I mean, it was
only in the province.
Only in the province.
Yeah.
And we had trees falling down.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest danger.
No
with the
electric.
trees. We didn't have electricity for 13 days. And, but you look, we're still here.
Yeah.
No one died.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable. It was hot. We didn't have internet. But we did have internet. Because there was a guy that had an internet cafe. Remember, we would go down there?
Yeah.
And we were still able to do videos and upload and communicate with friends and check on people. And a zillion people must have contacted us, friends, family, relatives. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? So if the earthquake hit here, I look at the house that we live in. I really am fairly secure in this house. I think it's well constructed. It's little. It's well protected as far as someone breaking in.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of safety. When we leave this house, it's airtight, man. I mean, there's 3 bolts on the doors. There's bars on the window. I've always felt very secure here. Earthquake, I really think that we don't have anything. I'm looking around as I speak. We don't have any like chandeliers or anything fancy schmancy that would fall. I think the worst thing that would happen is the TV would fall off the wall.
Yeah.
And that would probably be the end of it. I don't know. So something to consider, but I look at other natural disasters in my own country, say America, and there's flooding there. There's tornadoes. There's forest fires. My God, look at what happened in LA with that fire that just swept through all of, what was it, Palisades in Malibu. And the response there was less than adequate from what I understand. But natural disasters are just that, they're natural disasters. And nobody knows when their time is done. You know, when it's your turn to die.
Yeah.
I have no other pretty way of putting it. It's your turn to die.
Yeah.
And that's no reflection on the poor people suffering right now. I'm referring to her and I. And if it's our time, it's our time.
Yeah, it's true.
Because we both have a faith system in place, and we're not afraid of it. We don't live in fear, and we refuse to live in fear. And so we wanted to talk about it because if it would be something that would deter someone, I understand. It's a scary thought. But as far as we're concerned, we've had earthquakes here since, well, I've been through them, and you've been through them all your life. But for 8 years, I've had shakers, little ones, come through here. Are we going to get hit next? I don't know. If we do, we'll just do the best that we know how to do, just like we did through Odette.
Yeah.
I'm seriously not afraid. We don't have anything in the house that would catch fire or blow up or fall down. There's pots and pans and dishes can be replaced. The only fear I have is if we had an earthquake and I was in the shower.
Oh, why? Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, taking a shower.
Yeah.
I fall down no matter. I'm tripping all the time. My balance is lousy. I have vertigo. May has to help me when I get on an escalator. She has to hold me like the old man I am because I get dizzy. I go like this, and I'm always tripping over stuff when we're walking.
Yeah.
There's no even surface here in freaking Dumaguete.
Yeah. I see in the news the report.
Yeah.
The couple in the Cebu, he's in the shower and then earthquake that time, so she's covered in the towel going out.
Yeah, well, good for her.
Yeah.
I'm worried about slipping and hitting my head.
Oh my God.
That's the problem. And most senior citizens like me, I think the majority of the accidents happen in the bathroom, um, just because it's slippery and they're unstable. There's a little wet spot, and out they go.
Yeah.
And so that's what concerns me
And in the
is my
bathroom.
location. Now, if I was
Very skinny.
yeah, our bathroom's like it's like a hallway.
Filipino style.
It's certainly Filipino style.
Yeah.
If I want to shave, I have to go outside and set up the mirror because the mirrors are like 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
So I can't get down this low when I want to shave. Yeah, so that's a whole drill.
Yeah.
But that's it, kids. You know, earthquakes. We're just going to stay where we are.
Where's the worst? Earthquake or tsunami? I think tsunami, no?
Well, a tsunami is an after effect when it's out in the ocean, and that's a massive wave that comes in.
Oh.
And I was on the beach in Phuket
Oh.
where they had, I forget the year, um, they had a massive tsunami, which is a monster wave that comes in and swept, I don't know how many thousands of people out to sea and never be seen again. You have to get to high ground. So neither one of them are good. That's a double whammy there. When you get hit by a tsunami, which they had tsunami warnings out for this because the earthquake was located offshore. And the fact that it didn't happen, they didn't have a big tidal wave. It's just a blessing that they didn't get a 1-2 punch in this whole thing. So,
what you're afraid, tsunami or earthquake?
well, it depends on location.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I think we don't have to worry about a tsunami because we're so far up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
We are way elevated above sea level. But Dumaguete itself,
Yeah.
if a tsunami were to come, it would hit I call it the boardwalk, but
Yeah.
Rizal Boulevard, you know, where all
Yes,
that,
because very
that
close
would
to the
just
ocean.
crush people and wash them out to sea.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And I visited the beach, I think I already said that, where that happened in Phuket. And they left one building there that made it. It's kind of a historical place. And that was a brutal thing to have happen. Japan got hit with an awful tsunami that
Yeah.
took down a nuclear plant.
California?
Oh, California, no tsunamis.
Oh.
No. Earthquakes, yes, but no tsunamis. So those are the things that I guess it's, again, it's sort of like, where do you live in that situation? For you and me,
Yeah.
I feel very confident in our location.
Yes.
I think our house, although it's small and it's Filipino, it still is constructed very well. It's it's well built.
Yeah.
So that's about
So
it
the
for me.
last question is, do you think it's safety for the travel like now is always earthquake?
Well, it's I have 3 friends. I just got off the phone 10 minutes ago with Monty Crew. You guys know who that is? He went to Cebu and to get his 13A processed and
Okay.
finished up. Yeah, I said, what's going on there, man? Is it safe? Is it good? He goes, yeah. He says, I drove my car. And he says, I don't see anything. And that's Cebu City.
I
Because
see.
north of there in Bogo is
Ah,
where it
Bogo,
got
yeah.
the big hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then Bud Brown, he just went there via bus a couple days ago. He came back. My friend Mike, he's driving there this morning. He's on his way now on his motorcycle. So Cebu City is cool. It's the little place up above them that's having a problem. And I don't know. It sort of puts me back on my heels a little bit on owning a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We've been putting that off till next year.
Yeah.
Because we're still trying to raise money and we still want to do that for you.
Yeah.
But I got to thinking,
Yeah.
she would nice to be a renter when
Yes,
if
that's
something
true.
happens to the house.
Yes,
You
that's
can say,
true.
well, good luck
Yeah.
with getting this fixed.
Yeah.
We're moving down the street. Where if you own the place. And there was a guy or a couple, a married couple, I don't know, they built a 200,000 USD house. Brand new,
Yeah, brand new.
cut in half.
Yes.
That's an exaggeration, but I mean, enough fell off of it that it's worthless.
Yeah.
It has to be demolished and destroyed.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad, that happens to people. They put their life savings into it, You say, how bad do you have to feel for a guy that can afford to build a $200,000
Yes.
house? I get it, but what if that was, the last of his money, and he just decided to do that? It's elderly people, it's older people that are doing that, and this is their last stand, and they want to enjoy their life,
Yeah.
and then boom, have that washed away.
Yes.
Always our hearts and minds and emotions and love goes to the residents, the Filipinos, the citizens here, especially those that are stressed under economic means. And there's a little lack of faith running through the Philippines right now with the way that the relief funds and all that kind of stuff gets designated. I can't get into it because I'm not a resident here and I can get myself into trouble. But I think people are fully aware of the $1 trillion or dollars, not trillion pesos that the Philippines is going through birth pains with on the flood control in
Yeah.
Manila that never happened. And so that's all I'll say about that. I just hope a similar circumstance doesn't happen with the relief that comes in for these victims of the earthquake.
Yes.
Earthquakes.
Earthquake.
And there may be more, and there may not be one for another 100 years.
Yeah.
You just never, ever know.
It's very important. Always prayer to God.
Always pray to
Yes.
God. Always ask for His guidance and His love and His wisdom. And then another thing that's not a bad idea is to have all of your important documents in one place.
Yeah.
And so that's something that we're going to do this week.
Yes.
Passports, IDs, credit cards, important like marriage license.
Yeah.
Just things in what's called a go bag. And all in one place where you can grab it and get out the front door. It's in a backpack or something.
Yes.
And you can just grab it and go. And worry about clothes and everything else later.
Yeah.
You need your phone, you need communications,
Yes.
you need the dogs
Yeah.
after that. But have something be a contingency plan. And that's something that we're going to set up this week.
Yes.
We need to put it all in one place and make sure that we've got the proper documentations.
Yeah.
What else?
It's good for errands.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
to arrange it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, would this put you off from moving to the Philippines? Is there something about it that you say, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's safe.
Yeah.
I think that's probably on the high end right now of people being alerted to it. But people tend to have short memories. And so the general public, in a month from now, there'll be something else that comes up
Yes.
and take away from the fear of the earthquake, and something will replace it. And so I think it's a temporary thing right now
Yeah.
where people might be second guessing if they're thinking about relocating here.
Yeah.
That's about all I got to say about that.
Yes. So that is, guy, my beauty for about the earthquake in the Philippines.
Yeah, and like I said, there's 3-4 people that we know that are out there. They've all checked in as being safe, but we don't know anybody in Bogo. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know any in Baguio, but they didn't get hurt real bad.
And Bugo, I see the video in the.
Davao is really. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What?
I see in the video in the Bugo, the lady is built in the house, third floor. Now it's damaged.
I know.
It's lost, and then he's crying because the daughter is working for the flight attendant. He's built the house for like memory,
Yeah.
but now it's damaged.
Yeah.
You
So
don't know.
Nothing
So,
good comes out of these
yes.
things.
Very important.
So-
Always praying to God.
Yep. Make sure your faith is strong.
Yes.
And keep people in your prayers, I suppose.
Yes. So that's it, and thank you to the Paul for helping me
Of
for
course.
video. See
Always
you
fun
next
to be with you.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.